I remember it was a battle for me to get anger, to let go of anger, unforgiveness, bitterness, hate, rage, all these things that I was holding on to. It was a battle for me to get it out of my system. It was a battle. So like when we got to let these things go, I remember when I was trying, and I was fighting hard, and it was literally like a tug of war for me to not. When I'm like, no, I'm not going to be angry. I'm giving it over to the Lord. I'm praying over this. I'm praying the words over my life. I'm rebuking it. I'm canceling it. I'm doing everything. It was literally a freaking battle. It was literally, I can feel that every time I'm trying to let anger out, when I'm trying to get rid of the old past hurts and bitterness and sadness and all these things, I was really fighting the spirit. Physically, like it wasn't physical, it was spiritual, because the it's a it's a it's not a battle begin with flesh and blood. It's a battle with spirit. It's about principalities, evil and wicked forces in high places. Principalities. It's about all those wickedness, right? And I remember in my past, before I got to this place right here where I'm at, that when I would try to fight that it was so deeply embedded in me, those past hurts, the anger, the bitterness, the sadness, everything that was deeply rooted, because this is coming from years. This is from years. So I remember it was literally like a fight, a tug of war, where I was fighting to let that stuff go. And the devil, the enemy, who comes to kill, steal, and destroy, he was like, nah, you gonna stay angry. You gonna stay angry. You gonna stay hating this person. You gonna stay not forgiving this person. He didn't want me to forgive these people. He didn't want me to let it go. He didn't want me to, be free, which the Lord did not. The Lord, okay, I don't know if y'all understand this. I'm gonna keep saying it. The Lord did not create us to be bound, okay? To be stressed out, to be a slave to sin. Because when you're doing things sinfully, you're a slave to it. You are a slave to it. You are a slave to whatever has control over you. So if you're out here cursing people out, unforgiving, being nasty, having a disrespect, don't want to love anybody, you're not letting anyone in, and you just got, your life is just filled with so much turmoil, your heart got so much hate in it, unforgiveness, you're not letting go, you continuously living in the past and thinking about the past, and you're holding on to grudges to what people did to you from your past. Those are sins. And God did not create us. I don't care what nobody says. He didn't create us to live like that. He didn't create us to be on this earth like that. And so those fights and tug of wars, like, though you being angry, you being unforgiving, you being out here doing whatever you want to do, that's a choice. The Lord gave us a choice. That's a choice. And you are choosing to be this way. You are choosing to be that way on purpose. And because it's a choice. And like I said, it was a battle for me. And I would be fighting that devil like, no, I'm not going to be bitter. I'm not going to be unforgiving. I'm not going to be out here stressed out. I'm not going to be angry. And I remember the way I would get, my battles for me to let go of stuff and to create healing in my life. The shower for me, the shower or taking a bath is the way for me to get that stuff and release a lot of that stuff off of me, because it's coming out of it's coming out of my pores. So when I'm taking a shower, it ain't just the shower water that's hitting me and that's coming. It's the sweat and the mucus and all that stuff. So to me, taking a shower or a bath is the best way for me to get that stuff out of my system. Plus, water is healing. And so, and you can manifest things like that. And so when I would be crying in the shower and getting this stuff out and getting delivered, and this stuff's just coming out of me, coming out of me from the crown of my head to the sole of my feet, it's coming out of me. And those were the best ways for me to get out of the pain, the turmoil, to let go of this bitterness, this hate that I had. And it was really a fight. And that spiritual fight it's a painful thing. Like, you physically, even though spiritual, you physically hurt. Because you got to get that stuff out. Because some of that stuff has been embedded with you since from childhood or however for years. So that stuff is years old. That's in you. That hate, that unforgiveness, that bitterness, that sadness, that past hurt, those toxic behaviors, generational curses. That stuff has been embedded in you for years. So it's going to take some time to get out. But when it's coming out, it's going to hurt. But you have a choice. Like I'm reading, you have a choice on whether you're going to let it go or you're going to keep it. And I'm telling you, when I was letting this stuff go, it hurts. But when that anger was resurfacing, I was like, oh no, I want this out of my system. I was letting that stuff go. I'm like, thank you, Lord. I'm letting this stuff go. I don't want this in my system. And it doesn't even feel right for me anymore to be. So when I'm angry and I'm snapping on people, I don't feel right. I don't feel right. I feel like, what is this? Wait, hold on, girl. What you doing? I don't feel right. I don't feel right at all. Holding on to unforgiveness. And all the things no. Okay, sit in it. Acknowledge that this is what it is. And let it go. And it takes practice. Practice. Like, you got to practice. Again, it's something you have to do continually. Constant. It's not something you do today and then it's done tomorrow. Because if that's the case, then we all will be where we want to be and who we want to be and how we want to be. But it takes practice, and a lot of people don't want to do the work. This is why a lot of people are the way they are. Because again, it's a choice that you got. You got this choice. I got the choice. We all got a choice. I'm choosing to let this stuff go. So when it starts to resurface, when I start to realize, wait a minute, what's this? I sit back, I'm like, wait a minute, okay, what is this? Why do I feel like this? What's going on? What caused this? What's the trigger? Then I sit back and analyze that. And then I'm like, oh, okay, this is coming from this, that, and the other. And I have that talk. You got to talk it through. Then I have that talk. And then I'm like, wait, hold up. Nah, we ain't doing this. Because whatever I'm learning on how to heal, how to let go, how to recreate the version of me that I desire to be, I am like, this doesn't match up to where I'm going. We got to get rid of it. We got to get rid of it. No, we got to get rid of it. It has to go. Bye. Get out of here. I don't want that. It ain't mine anyways. Because, no. We were meant to be on this earth to bond and be harmonious and to live in peace amongst each other. Love. A lot of people are missing love. I can attest to, I didn't grow up in a loving life in a household. I just didn't. But the love that I have is because of God. I got the way I am to how I love, how I'm letting go, how I'm forgiving. This is from the Lord. This is who I truly am. And a lot of folks don't know this true version of me because they have this negative, nasty, messed up perspective of me. And if you really look back at it, I'm like, well, what did I really ever do to you for you to feel this way about me? I'm telling you, they're not going to be able to go say anything. And if they do have something, it's literally going to be from the past. Something I did 10, 20, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. And they holding that over my head still to this day as though it's something I did today. And I'm like, yeah, nah. That don't count. No, get out of here. Come with something else. But it's a choice. We all have choices. We all have choices. We all have choices. You can either be broke. You can either be in a broke mentality, broke spirit, broke life, or you could do something about it. And it's going to take something that you got to do. Action speaks louder than words. That's where I'm at in my life. The doing part. The doing. Like Nike says, just do it. I'm doing it. And you got to do it. And I got to do it. And we all got to do it. Whatever it is that we need to do to change our lives. And if you have to let go. You have to let go. You have a choice to let go. Stop holding on to stuff that isn't benefiting you. If it ain't benefiting you and you know it, then let it go. Why are you holding on to stuff that don't benefit you? Why are you not letting stuff go? And then you're getting upset when things don't go your way. Because you put that into the atmosphere and that's what you're getting back. It's like a boomerang effect. Whatever you throw it, it's coming back to you. So if you threw out anger, you threw out this, and you threw out that, guess what? When you go over here, this is what's going to happen. That's going to cause you to be angry. When you go over here, this is what's going to happen to cause you to be bitter. When you go over here, this is going to remind you of somebody that did something to you in your past. And it's all going to be negative, and you're going to be all frustrated. Then you're going to get riled up and be in this anger. If you don't want to be angry, then stop sending anger out, because you're going to get it back in return. It takes practice. I had to practice this stuff. And it took years. This didn't just happen overnight. I've been doing this for years. For years. And I'm still doing it. And I'm still working. And I have those times where I be like, oh my goodness, I done messed up. But what I do, I dust myself back off. I give myself some grace. And I try it again tomorrow. I'm not walking around being upset, bitter, having my head down, sad. Like, no, what? No, not I. I don't think so. No, I can't do it. I've been through so much and I've come too far to be sitting in some... That's like you sitting in your own pile of poo. Just sitting there, not cleaning yourself up when you know you can clean yourself up and you don't like the smell, you don't like the way it feels on you. It stinks, you know, it's causing you rashes and stuff. Causing you sicknesses and stuff, disease. It's festering. And you're just sitting in it, not doing nothing. When you can get your butt up and wash it off and take a bath and, you know, lotion and moisturize yourself up or whatever and do something about it. But you sitting up there, oh, I'm in this crap. Oh, I can't do nothing or whatever. You can. But you're choosing not to. And then you're getting upset like it's somebody else's fault when it's yours. You didn't do nothing about it. You sitting in it, complaining. You're sitting in it. You're complaining. Like Jesus said to the lame guy, pick up your mat and walk. This man's been lame for like years. Just sitting there. People just walking past him and he's just sitting there. And then when the Lord's like, pick up your mat and walk. Do you want to walk? He's like, yes. He's like, pick your mat up and walk. He picked up his mat and he was walking. That's what you got to do. Pick yourself up out of that crap. Clean yourself off and go on about your day and do something about it. I have learned to stop saying that word I can't and I say I can, because I can. A lot of times we don't know how. Don't worry about the how. Just do it. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm learning. But it takes practice. Everything you do, it's a practice. This is a practice. This is not, oh, this is practice. Whew. And it's a lot of work. But it's worth it at the end of the day. You have to do it. At the end of the day, like it says here in Galatians 6 and 9, it says, let us not become weary in doing, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6 and 9. Do not give up. Do not become weary. Do not just sit there and say, I can't. No, you can. Do it. Just do it. It is hard, but you can do it. I'm rooting for you. If I can do it, you can do it. But again, you have to make the choice. You have to make the choice to do it. It's your choice. You're either going to do it or you're going to complain and do nothing. And doing nothing is a choice. Doing nothing is doing something. So choose the right thing, okay? Yeah, don't worry about what I look like. It's morning. This was in my spirit. This was in my heart. This was on my mind. This was in the reading. And I just wanted to share, okay? So have a blessed day. Enjoy your morning. Until next time, thanks for watching.